Hello and good morning for me, at least. It could be good evening for you, good night, whatever. Happy day. Today I want to give you a little bit of the astrology forecast for the next week or so. We had a full moon yesterday, and so this is going to be from the full moon to the third quarter phase that we're going to cover. And basically this phase is the full moon's that culmination, the harvest, the peak, and from the full moon to the third quarter is that unwinding phase. The third quarter is usually a point of some tension as we kind of break through to the other side of that new cycle. But until then, just kind of check in with yourself, progress reports, with what you've wanted to create, how have you done so, how can you kind of loosen up control and let the creations come to you. This is kind of the afterbirth phase of what we've created. So yesterday, it was Virgo energy, so it was routine and reality. Whether you liked your reality or you didn't, you were giving birth to something real, and now it's time to kind of carry that out a little bit farther. The moon is going to be from Virgo to Sagittarius, which is an interesting portion of the zodiac. So Virgo is about self-improvement, about routine, about the daily flow, getting things to work for you in your best interest and getting better. Then it goes into Libra, which is partnerships and balance. So we start off this week doing a lot of self-work, and then we kind of learn how to balance that off with other people. If there's any tension in your relationship, this is a good time to find harmony, to see the other side, and to have your side seen by the other side as well. And from there, we move into Scorpio moon later on in the week, and that is a lot more intense. It's a great period for things to come up, to release and let go, and to heal and to clear. But it's also a great time to connect really deeply with someone, to connect deeply to your passions, and to be kind of consumed by whatever it is that lights your internal flame. Let that out more. And then lastly, we'll finish off in Sagittarius with our third quarter. And Sagittarius energy, it is optimistic, it is higher picture, it is higher purpose, it is big, it is bold, it is out there doing everything. It let go of all the Scorpio, and now it's ready to go and explore the world. So it's a great fun element to lead off of. Since we are in Pisces season, it might be that we have a lot of dreams, we can't really physically go out and explore them yet. So if you're struggling to do that, practice exploring in your mind, your manifestation, your imagination, and then that will kind of lay way for it to happen in the real world. Or if you can, schedule a little trip in, read a really good book, explore something, talk to someone from a different culture from you, some way to explore something new. That's great. Engage in it, and it's wonderful. You'll really, really enjoy it. There is a lot of Pisces energy though right now. We have a lot of planets in Pisces, and they're getting really close right now. They're we have the Sun and Neptune's conjuncting, and we have Venus and Mercury conjuncting. And so basically right now, our minds, our hearts, our relationships, our soul, it's all kind of foggy. Even like our wounds, it's kind of foggy. What is it that these things really are? And to find that out, we have to really dive within and dive into the essence of these energies. What is it that you want? This is a part of the cycle where you spend time alone, you spend time with your thoughts, you spend time reflecting. Where even though spring is starting to come, at least where I'm at, we got robins and flowers blooming and sunshine and green grass. But even if it's not where you're at, spring is coming. Aries season, that mark of the new year, is coming. But for now, we are still in that pre-period. So think about what you want to give birth to. And that will kind of give birth, and really dive into the depths of your subconscious. Then on the 6th, this is from the 2nd to the 9th. So then on the 6th, Mercury and Venus leave Pisces and go into Aries. So Aries is really, really fiery, and it's independent, and it's like your new path. It's a new cycle, it's a new beginning, and it's action, and it's taking that the energy that was bubbling up in Pisces season, is taking that and channeling it to something. So mentally, and in your relationships, you may have been wanting something, and you may have been wanting to do something, but you haven't been able to do it yet. This is your chance now to do it. Mercury does go retrograde this month in Aries, so take things slow and pay attention clearly to what is coming up in terms of mental inspiration and mental pulls and mental drives, and how are you asserting yourself via your mind, because this energy will come up even more. What do you really want to communicate? What do you really want to say to the world? What do you not have time to communicate? What is just not worth it? This is going to be a time to tune into those things and really highlight what is important for you. So just pay attention to that. And when it comes to relationships, Venus, the planet of relationships, in Aries is independence. So it may be at times it's harder for you to balance for the other side. It's harder for you to see the other side, but you have your own way of balancing anyways. You're not balancing. It's just you're balancing in a way that isn't exactly geared toward compromise right away. So if you are passionate about someone, really strive to listen to them. Watch out for any butting heads. But if you're a feminine force yourself, expect to be very driven, very passionate, and very take no shit energy. This is very much about getting things done, and it's really wonderful, and it's from that feminine source of attraction. And what are you manifesting in your life? What are you bringing, that feminine magic? It's not just do for feminine. Right now we might have some more things to do, but it's also part of who we are, that we kind of bring that energy in. Then on the 8th, we have Jupiter going retrograde. So Jupiter goes retrograde about once a year. And when a planet goes retrograde, which I'll talk more about this with Mercury when Mercury comes up on the 22nd, but Jupiter, when a planet goes retrograde, it looks like it's going forward in the sky, and then it stops, and then it starts to go backwards, and it goes back over things we've already covered. So Jupiter, and the reason why is we get to rework it, dive in, and then once it goes direct, it comes back. It's not going to go this way forever, but it's going to allow us to recover energy, go more in depth and talk about what is it that is at hand. So Jupiter is learning, it's higher knowledge, it is intuition, it's that Sagittarius energy of exploring the world and learning more and having opportunities and seeing the bigger picture and being optimistic and being hopeful. So it might be that in order to learn, you have to really dive within and figure out what is this knowledge that you're ready to learn. This is a great time, I believe, for like ancient knowledge to come up, body knowledge to come up, spiritual knowledge. Like, there's a wealth of knowledge within inside you that you don't have to go to school to get. You don't have to go to a mentor to get. You can find it yourself. And that's kind of what this time is going to be about, is how can you find that knowledge yourself? And this energy is in Scorpio. So this is about the occult. This is about healing. This is about life and death and transformation and intimacy. So what can you learn about connecting deeply to things? What can you learn about being passionate on the inside? That's kind of going to be the theme here. It might seem like there's not as much luck out there in the world. There might seem like there's not as much opportunity out in the world, but there is. It just comes from you first. You have to spring the hope internal in yourself first before that manifests outward. So please, during this time, do your best to stay optimistic and remember that if things aren't working, there's a reason, and there is a way that it is working. It's just an alternative route. And if you follow that alternative route, things will flow again. And that's good. That's what we want. And then on the 9th, the next day after that, we have that third quarter of really releasing and letting go and letting in this. It's really a surrender to the full moon things you triggered, and surrendering to the new moon wave of energy. You're about to go into this clearing out, but you still have the things you culminated. So you're surrendering to that flow and that process of getting you to where you want to go for the next cycle. On the third quarter moon, take care of yourself and remind yourself why you want all of this. And then remind yourself it's supposed to be easy. It is. In Sagittarius energy, it is easy. And with Jupiter going retrograde, it's going to be a lot about learning that things are easy, but the resistance we have is inside. And it's honestly a good thing that your resistance is inside if you have something easy, because that is where you have the best opportunity to fix things and change things. So for an overall summary, this week is going to be very interpersonal relationships. How do you, on your own personal level, clean yourself up, work yourself out, which nothing's wrong with you. You're perfect, so you don't have to do those things. But there's a natural pull and desire to want to do things like that. So how do you get your system flowing? And then how do you connect that and bring that to other people? And how does it make you want to explore the world more? So it's the connection with other people, but it's also that search for knowledge and that fire lighting up. There's a new fire. There's a new fire this week that we might not have had for a while. And if it's a lot of fire for you and you kind of need to get the energy out, you can go ahead and get some physical activity in, competition in, something healthy, you can get it out. If not, that's okay too. Just channel it in a way and let it give birth to a lot of good things, because spring is here, and I think a lot of us have gone through a very dark period this winter, which is what winter is about. It's about going within and clearing off what no longer needs to be needed, whatever is ready to go. And now we're in this new phase. So please enjoy this week. If you have any questions or feedback, please let me know. Let me know how this is resonating for you too. I want to see what is important, what you're interested in, so I can talk about it next time too. All right, well, until next time,